Not every travel photo needs to be spectacular. We can also capture the mundane. Here's how I did it on my road trip from Melbourne to Adelaide. An easy start is to take photos of where you're staying. Here I wanted to capture the morning sun coming in through the door. I also want to share some fantastic photos that my friend Van took. In this one you can see the same morning light together with the interior design of the place. It's so cozy. And in this one I like the frameception. It's really neat, framing a framed artwork. I tried to take photos outside as well, but didn't really get anything interesting. When I looked at this one, I thought, hey, I should have taken a photo of this little cabin here. And that's what Van did. I really like the framing and also the flat nature of the main subject here. It looks really satisfying. We stopped at in between towns, which I assume is common while on a road trip. These quiet towns may seem boring, but it's the prime location for mundane photos. This yellow patch on the building caught my eye, together with the red flags and the red writing on the car. It contrasts well with the grey concrete on the building. This laneway looked cool at that moment, but the photo is kinda meh. There's definitely a better photo there, but I didn't work on it enough. And then I pivoted to this pole. It's an isolated shot with just the sky, which works well because the pole has complex looking parts on it. And this photo captures a bit of the location, which is a town called Stawell. My wife is looking into the laneway from before. Pairing them together kind of makes the laneway photo better, but it's still not that good though. Meanwhile, Van took this amazing photo of this rooftop. The colors are really nice, and again, I really like the composition. She also took some close-up shots, which is great to exaggerate small details and make mundane scenes a bit more interesting and artistic. This was our second pit stop, a place called Keith. I like this photo because it conveys the quietness of the place, and the isolated soda cup adds to that feeling. I also took a wider shot of the same spot. It also captures the quietness of the town, but I like the previous one more. The first one is more close up and captures more detail, whereas the second one is wider. You can really see that the town was empty and quiet, but it lacks an interesting subject like that soda cup. Around the corner there was a cafe where we took a bit of a rest, and I took another close-up shot. I like that it's minimal, isolating just the lights. The middle one is straight, almost like it's posing for me, while the other ones are flying around. Mundane but beautiful. And I got the shot of the plants outside. I like how the horizontal wooden planks matches with how the light hits the scene. I think this might be my second most favorite shot of the whole trip. And here's the first one. This was a morning of a place near Mount Gambier. There's this outdoor dining area that I was really drawn to. I think it was because of the light. I took this photo between the doors. It's a bit out of focus, but I think it adds a bit of a dreamy look. And this one might be my favorite of the trip. It's simple yet elegant. Looking at it takes me right back to that moment, which is what I love the most about photography. Here's the same spot but from outside, and I attempted a wider shot again. Yet again, I like the close-up ones more, I think because they're just more minimal and simpler. And in the backyard there were sheeps. A bit less mundane to me because I don't see them often, but I think it matches with the other photos in this video. I spotted this scene with this pole among all these trees, which I thought was a nice composition. I made it black and white so that you can focus on the shapes rather than the colors, and the result is the pole standing out more. Then we walked around Mount Gambier. I took a few photos, but this is the only one that I liked. I like the strong geometry in this photo, the strong sharp line at the top with the negative space of the sky, And this red pole adds nice accents. Now you might be wondering, how about the travel places that are not mundane? How do I take epic photos there? Well, that's for the next video. And if you haven't, check out my previous video where I took photos of the sky. It was pretty awesome.